Welcome to the next episode of EPM Chronicles and Confessions. We've got Slavcho Todorov here with us. Slavcho, could you please introduce yourself and your journey?
Yeah, sure. Hi, first, thanks for having me. And yeah, my name is Slavcho. I'm from Bulgaria, born and raised here. I have almost 7 years in the EPM domain. And all of those almost 7 years, I'm in an in-house teams which support EPM solutions. And before that, I have 8 years of accounting experience in a different roles, in a different environments. Again, in-house as a consultant, in a shared service, and for a short period of time also teaching accounting. So yeah, that's my background.
Fantastic. So, in terms of EPM, have you found any misconceptions of discussing what you do with anybody in terms of what you do?
Yeah. I mean, I think the most trivial one, when I say that I work with EPM systems, the first question I get from regular people is, what kind of ERP is that? Who produce it and things like that. But yeah, I mean, for, let's say, if I put it in a perspective in the company I work, people are often asking me, my computer is slow, can you fix it and things like that. They think that I'm part of IT support or something like that. I mean, but yeah, it's the most trivial ones usually.
Fantastic. So, what's been your biggest EPM challenge and the solution that you've kind of done for that?
The biggest challenge, I think the biggest challenge for me particularly is to explain to non-technical users or users that don't have much technical acumen that not everything that they want is possible, and even if it is, that doesn't mean that we should do it. And I often give them as an example that if we, let's say, want to have a customizations on out of the box code base, that is very difficult to keep up with when you have to update and things like that. I mean, that's like, for me, is the biggest issue.
Fantastic. So, could you share us an EPM success story that you've had?
Success story, yeah. The success story of, I guess, of our team as a whole is developing world-class, to my opinion, profitability solution, which gives you profitability on the customer vendor level. We had that back in the days in the Hyperion environment in HPCM, but it was completely rewritten in OneStream in a relational database model, and it's fantastic, and the users are loving it. And for me, that's maybe the first time when I see a financial information to be so impactful for the business users, for sales and so on. So yeah, I think that's a great success story for our team as a whole and as a company.
Fantastic. So, what's the most rewarding part of your work?
For me, particularly is when I am helping users. I mean, that's I know interacting with people is not difficult for me, but it drains my energy. But still, if I have been helpful to someone, that's really fulfilling for me at the end of the day. When I look at what I did a particular day, if I helped anyone, it's yeah, it's always better for me.
So, what's if could you share any like funny moments or misconceptions or anything that from your career in EPM, of course, that you've had?
yeah. Like I said, one of the funniest stories that people from the company are contacting me with IT issues.
Yes.
But also, I think, I mean, it's always funny. It's always funny to me
Sure.
when it happens. I think everyone in the field of user support have experienced that. When you are reached out by a user with particular issue and
Yeah.
you don't see what it might be. So I usually ask, okay, can you show me? And at the moment when they show me, the issue is not there anymore, and they were like, okay, what did you do? And I joke with them that I just stared at their problem until it fixed itself, and yeah,
Yeah.
that's my joke.
So what's been your inspiration for joining your current company?
I joined my company 2 years now, two years ago, and there were two main reasons. The first one was that they already have decided to migrate from Hyperion to OneStream. And at that time, I had only experience with Hyperion, so I wanted something to experience some new technology. So that was no-brainer. And since the current company that I was working in at that time was planning to switch from Hyperion to something else in not shorter than 3 years period, so it was no-brainer on that front. But the second, and I think is the most important reason for me, was the team.
Yes.
Because the people that I work with right now are extraordinary professionals, and the strange thing is that they're very good in their own field. We have really good coders, we have really good testers. I mean, everything is amazing in the team.
That's really good. So as you know, the industry is changing and various things are happening, and there's a lot of trends, competitors, all this stuff. How do you stay updated with later stuff out there?
I try to follow people like you, for example. You have very, very interesting materials. But also, I mean, I'm not looking only in the EPM world. I'm trying to be to keep up with the broader trends. So yeah, I look at what is happening in the AI field, in how other tools that are not necessarily EPM but also BI, Excel, for example, Office 365. They did amazing things. Also the RPA the solutions. So yeah, I try to keep up with everything.
Fantastic. So what's your kind of key piece of advice for beginners or novices or people trying to learn the field in EPM?
I mean, I don't know whether, I mean, this is not anything profound or groundbreaking, but for me, first of all, is to try to stay curious and try to improve day by day and piece by piece. And the second one is, again, for everyone and for everything, just to be patient and to give yourself time to wrap your head around of different ideas, how DPM works, for example, or some other technology. So yeah,
Fantastic.
stay curious, improve, and be patient. I mean,
Cool.
that's
fantastic. Like you keep abreast of situations that's going on, and you know you've got interest in AI and thing. What's your belief that's going to happen in the next 5 years in our industry?
I think we will follow the global trend of for me at least is a trend that all of the different kind of systems try to improve on making them more easy to use for people like me who doesn't have a technical background or programming background. So I don't know whether that's the correct word for it, but I think it's developing without code or something like that, without
Yeah.
coding. So yeah, I think we will come there. When I see what is happening in Office 365 or in SAP, for example, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I think the EPM world will follow at some point.
Fantastic. No, thank you so much for today. Learned a lot, and also for your insights, and definitely we'll be in touch. Thank you so much, and have a good day.
Thank you too.
Thank
Thank you
you.
too. You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.